My name is Hilary Melcher Chapman, and uh, I lead Howl Walks, which are a guided meditative walking, moving, sounding practice with howling. And I teach aerial silks, and I'm a performer of acrobatic dance and improvisation. The changes I've seen for Howl Walks is that I've I've returned to the practice with renewed vigor and excitement about how I offer it and how I invite people into the work. And I've seen that people are responding to that in really positive ways, and that I've gained momentum. So I have had solid attendance, and I'm stretching myself to expect more people to come, and in that more people are showing up and like getting excited about it. The drop-in class, the open silks for adults, people have been showing up spontaneously. I've had more consistent regular students in the class, and I think that has to do with the fact that I'm shifting my expectations to the positive, and this idea of what is it? Impression of increase from Wallace Waddles. This idea that like I'm offering something and it's giving more to the people that are receiving it.
Okay.
And the creative stuff. I mean, just like bringing my inspiration into the classes. I feel how people are like really like latching onto that more and like excited by that. What has shifted in my personal life? I've made a return to my morning meditation and using the movement practice, like 15-20 minutes, half an hour of movement practice as a tool more consistently to shift my energy, especially when I'm just like not feeling it. And I'm trusting in the rhythm of my own style, like, you know, yes, rising up and doing more, and then also letting myself have the rest, or going on a walk and letting myself have unstructured time more more consistently, I guess. I've noticed the language around scarcity and like expectation of like things not happening, and so I'm shifting away from like and encouraging that in myself and also in the people I interact with by just not agreeing with it. In my relationship with my partner, you know, things have really shifted towards like being proactive about showing up in a way, you know, same thing with my work. It's like showing up in a way that I'm inspired and excited to show up, and not sort of falling into like ruts of my preconceived expectations of how we interact or what we do together. I've always wanted to go to Hawaii, and with that came up all this fear around like spending the money, and like, you know, teasing out like how I take vacation or like go away in this extravagant way that maybe I hadn't felt worthy of. And over the course of the weeks, I just really came around to the fact that I wanted to go, and that was what I was going to do. So I committed to a 2-week trip to Hawaii. As soon as I made the decision and talking with my friends and like getting excited about it, I was like, oh, this is really big, and this is really this, you know, there's so much in just going to this place that I know will be very magical, and committing to my own desire for it, you know, like that is opening. That the phrase that came up during our hot seat session, opening the door, has been also just like weaving its way through my days of like opening the door to more students, and like putting myself out there and just like opening the door for people to come in, kind of thing, and opening the door for for the joy and the pleasure of traveling and being with family, and also allowing myself space to adventure, you know. Once you commit to it, there is so much that opens up, and it's really a life-changing practice of like stepping into something bigger than where you've been, stepping into your own potential with all the tools of, you know, how to organize more daily life and financially and calendaring and all, you know, all these tools. But just making the commitment allows you to really engage in a new life, with like your own new life.